Alright guys, you've done your first or second backpacking trip and it's time to ditch some stuff. You've learned from your first experience, as I've talked about in another video, the ways to make your backpacking trip easy, but you got some things that you need to ditch. I guess size down would be the other way to put it. And today I want to talk about the 5 things I ditched in the beginning that were huge differences in my pack, made me feel better, more confident, and were easy ways to make things easier without spending more money. I'm Taylor and welcome to Southern Hike. Now guys, before I actually talk about these 5 things, I just want to mention that thank you so much for all our subscribers. We just reached another big milestone and we are greatly appreciative that all that you are here. Make sure you comment below if you're new. We greatly appreciate your presence and we hope we can continue to bring you good content. We just love doing this. We didn't know where the channel was going to go in the beginning, but we feel like it's a good avenue now, as we both love backpacking, me and Rachel, and so we're glad to do that with you. And to go along with that, if we feel like enough of you want to do this, and we'll leave a comment below, we want to do a Q&A video with me and Rachel, sit down and answer some of your questions. So if you'd be interested in that kind of video, make sure to comment below what your question is and say yes whether you would like us to do one. And if we have enough questions asked, we would definitely do a video in the near future answering those questions. All right, so let's get into those tips. So guys, number 1 is toilet paper. When I first went backpacking, I didn't know how much toilet paper I would need. It was gonna be a couple nights and I brought an entire roll of TP. It's honestly not a lot of weight, but this takes up a lot of room. It's unnecessary unless you've seriously gotta wipe a lot. There's a lot better ways to do this, so I wanna share with you what I did. I actually found this from another YouTuber online years back. I honestly can't remember who it is. It has been a great trick that has worked for me. So let's get rid of this whole roll of TP. So what I did is that I got a Ziploc bag, and every time I was getting low on a roll of toilet paper, I would pull it off early and go ahead and actually press it down. And if I knew enough that would do my business at least once or twice on one roll, and I will go ahead and continue to add these up in my gear closet. And for every how many days I'm gonna be on the trail, now this will be different for women, so you might have to judge a little different. For how many days I'm on the trail, I'll use each one of those. So if I've got a 2-night trip, I'll have 2 of these. Just keep them in a Ziploc bag with my deuce or shovel. This has worked perfectly, honestly, and cut down on how much I was carrying with me. I'm able to fit this in the front pack of my pack. It's easy and convenient to grab, and it's a good way of reducing what's taking up room in your pack. Second thing is a full flashlight. Now, in the beginning, I was carrying a full flashlight and a headlamp. I found this completely unnecessary. I was able to get rid of this flashlight, and these flashlights can get super heavy. This is like this waterproof, indestructible one. I carried it on my first couple trips. It's a lot of weight. I barely ever used it. I was able to do everything I needed with my hand lamp. This Nitecore, I can't remember the exact weight right now. I think it's right around an ounce, but this has been a perfect headlamp. This is the rechargeable one. This took care of all my needs and still does now. Third thing is Bear Grylls knife. This is like 3 pounds on its own. I thought it was so cool and I needed this. I kept it on my side. Guys, this is totally unnecessary. Yes, you can definitely use it. Yes, it has some advantages to it. But in reality, I barely ever use this to its potential. There's a lot of extra weight. No need to have, and it is a good thing to get rid of. I reduced it down to a Swiss Army knife. I've talked about this in a couple videos. You can even get the smaller classic, but this one's a little bit bigger, got a few extra features, and it's worked perfect for me. It's very light, and it has been a convenient way to have a knife and not carry so much weight with me. Fourth thing, or fourth tip, is a bit controversial one. I've noticed that everybody has different opinions on this. Is in the beginning, I carried 2 Nalgene bottles. Now these are 6 ounces a piece. This weight adds up. 2 of them, you're almost, what, 2/3 of the way to a pound of weight in just water bottle, not including the water. So this is something a lot of people still use. Some people use metal canisters. There's argument that there's this way of not, leave no trace, don't leave any trash, so you're not creating more plastic trash and have to do more recycling. So yes, this is a way to carry your water. I understand the people that want to stick it to this way because you're not using more traceable plastic. You can reuse this for years. Honestly, this is very tough. They're durable and they handle a lot. I decided this is another way I could shed a lot of extra weight that I was not using. So like a lot of people have done is use a smart water bottle. This is a 1-liter bottle. It's right around an ounce. I reuse this bottle. I do not throw away these bottles every time and get a new one. I reuse this bottle. This one's actually a pretty clean one. This is one I don't use much, but I have gone and will clean these out, reuse them over again for time and time. The plastic is so tough on them. I think that's why a lot of people like them. They're super light. This is another way to shed some weight, and it's actually slimmer, so it fits in some of your side pockets on your pack easier, and it works with like the Sawyer Squeeze. You still can use it for your Be Free to be able to squeeze water into filtered, and it's just another way to cut some weight down. All right guys, tip number 5, another one that I did myself is that in the beginning, for a 2-night, 3-day trip, I would carry an outfit for each day. This would be the outfit I wore the first day when I got on the trail. This would be what I changed into the second day. This is what I changed into the third day. Guys, this takes up a lot of room and this is a lot of extra weight. It's unnecessary. I know you're worried about stinking, worried about, hygiene. But I'm telling you, you gotta accept the fact you're just gonna stink on the trail. So it's important to accept that all you really need in reality is honestly, for a 2-night trip, you need a pair of extra underwear. This is my opinion now. Extra pair of underwear, of course, and then an extra pair of your wool socks or whatever sock you prefer for a summer trip. Now, for a winter trip, I would carry, this is what I do, is carry an extra pair of cotton socks. Now, make sure this somewhere they can stay dry. And then I will wrap these over my wool socks at night to help keep my toes cold, because one of the biggest things for me is my toes get cold, I get miserable fast. So I do carry these cotton socks. These are some from like Bass Pro. They're just really warm, definitely not really well for using during the day, but they help keep my feet warm at night. So learn to accept you're gonna stink and break down how much gear you're actually carrying. All right, guys, I hope these tips were helpful to you. They were definitely helpful to me in the beginning. They definitely made my setup easier. There's tons of more things I've done differently over the beginning, but those are some of my originals. If you have things you did in the beginning to ditch gear or changes you made, make sure to comment below. We'd love to hear them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure to let us know and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell. We do a video every Tuesday. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. We hope you did. And guys, we will see you next week.